now we have a word problem using angles of depression. And we have sightseer looking through binoculars to a river below, and to the angle of the depression to the far bank is 61 degrees, and the angle of depression to the near bank is 63. So what they mean by angle of depression is if we have a horizontal line up here, how far below that horizontal line does the angle go? So if the sightseer is up here somewhere, they're looking down at the near side and seeing a 63-degree angle of depression. So 63 degrees. And then they're looking at the far side and seeing something like a 61-degree angle of depression. So what we can essentially do is make a right triangle out of both of these. We have two lines here essentially. We can call this x, we can call this y. Of course, y will be the distance that we're trying to find, the distance across the riverbank. So uh, when we look at this, this is obviously our right angle because we have the ground and the elevation upward. We also know that the canyon is 1,250 feet deep. So in order to find this side, we're going to have to take into account the angle and this side. So noting that we have two parallel lines, the ground and our horizontal reference line at the top, you're going to have to think of your geometry a little bit and realize we have a transversal going through two parallel lines. So therefore, if we have 63 degrees here, we're going to have 63 degrees here. And if we have 61 degrees here with this transversal, we're going to have 61 degrees here. So we've got side opposite of that 63 degrees and the 61 degrees. And we're trying to find now the two lengths below. So looking at this side x, we've got x is adjacent and 1250 is opposite. So we're going to use tangent, as tangent is opposite over adjacent. So tangent is of theta is going to be 1250 over x. We also have a second triangle, the bigger triangle that goes around the entire outside. We'll also use tangent for that. And I should have put 63 in for my theta, because we do know that. So tangent of 63, and then tangent of 61 is going to be 1250 over x plus y. So obviously the equation we know the most about is the one on the left, because there's two unknown variables in the one on the right. So let's solve this one first, and that'll give us the key to solving the second one. So if we multiply both sides by x to get rid of our fraction, x's cancel out, we get x tangent of 63 equals 1250. Now we'll divide both sides by tan 63. And when we put that into our calculator, 1250 divided by tan 63 is 637 roughly. So x is about 637, and that's in feet. So then when we put that in for my x over here, we're going to have tangent of 61 equals 1250 over 637 plus y. So to get rid of that denominator, I'll multiply it by both sides. So 637 plus y. So 637 plus y times tangent of 61 equals 1250 because these cancel out. So now we will, there's a couple things we could do. We could either divide both sides by tangent 61 right away, or we could distribute the tangent 61. I think I'm just going to go ahead and divide it. So tangent 61. So that gives me 637 plus y equals 1250 divided by tangent of 61. I get 692, maybe 693, I think it rounded up. And then I'll go ahead and subtract 637 from both sides. I get y equals 690, or I can just put the answer in. We'll go second answer minus, we'll go say 636.9068119 be accurate. So we get 55.97, or about 56 feet for y. And of course, that would be the length across our river. So that is the answer we are trying to find. Now, feel free to try this problem on your own. See if you can determine the angle, or I'm sorry, the height of the mountain given these two angles of elevation.